For the Heineken Challenge, we researched and found that 94% of Americans think recycling is a really good thing to do, yet only 50% of bottles and 30% of cans are ever recycled. In our focus groups, we tried to figure out what makes recyclers and non-recyclers different. The major difference was that recyclers have strong, well-established recycling habits. Most people think recycling is a good thing, but simply don't do it because they haven't made a recycling habit yet. That's the challenge, to change the predominant recycling attitudes into real-world recycling habits. Our solution to this problem is simple. We've designed a campaign that takes the best parts of the Heineken brand and uses them to build and strengthen recycling habits in young people, especially men. It's called the Heineken Bottles for Tunes Recycling Campaign. The foundation of Bottles for Tunes is music. Our target audience loves music, as does Heineken, so it's a strong match. Our campaign will engage our audience in a program that builds their recycling habits by getting them to their recycling centers once per week to drop off cans and bottles. It'll be an incentive system which will give people free music each time they recycle at their local recycling center. The program would be difficult to implement, but we found a solution using modern technology. Our idea centers on a free mobile application that our audience will be able to download for their smartphones. It'll be used as a hub to direct people to nearby recycling centers, to verify that they've recycled, and to distribute music as a reward. Upon launching, the app will use a phone's GPS to determine the user's location and to display a map of all local recycling centers. Once a user reaches a recycling center, the app will load a screen asking the user if they'd like to check in. If the user clicks yes, the app will provide them with a link to download their music, provided they haven't already checked in that week. Our campaign is designed to publicize and support the mobile app. Our TV PSA integrates the iconic Heineken man into a story about recycling at a party. Drawing a link between recycling and music, the party screeches to a halt when one man doesn't recycle his bottle, only to begin again when he fixes his mistake. This piece publicizes Bottles for Tunes and positions recycling as a social norm in a positive way, while closely tying into existing Heineken brand promotion. The scene opens with an elaborate party with a live band and lots of people having a good time. The Heineken man strolls into the room with a recycling can. Everyone's excited to see him and he's greeted like a celebrity. The Heineken man dances through the crowd with the recycling bin. People throw their empty bottles in as he spins by. People do clever tricks with their bottles as they recycle them. The tricks get more and more elaborate and the crowd gets into the spectacle. Meanwhile, an oblivious man wanders over to a trash can. The man casually tosses his bottle into the trash can. Everyone sees this and the party grinds to a halt. The music stops and everyone reels back in shock. A heavy silence hangs over the party as everyone stares at the non-recycling man. The man looks confused, not knowing what he did wrong. Seeing his confusion, a woman walks over and whispers something in his ear. After a second, a smile of realization creeps onto his face. He reaches into the trash and grabs the bottle. He knows what to do. The man signals to the Heineken man. He flings the bottle across the room and the Heineken man dramatically catches it. Everyone cheers and the band kicks back in. The man starts dancing with the woman and everyone is happy. Voiceover. Introducing the Bottles for Tunes recycling program. Download the mobile app, take your cans and bottles to your local recycling center and check in. And you'll get a free song courtesy of Heineken. Let's keep the music going. In addition to the television PSA, we've designed a visual media campaign that introduces people to Bottles for Tunes, featuring great, passionate images of musicians performing. Here are some web banners which will direct users to our website, which we'll be using as a platform to provide more detailed instructions about our program. We've also designed print ads for magazines, which are still important to our audience even in the digital age. We even mocked up a billboard, which we'll use to geographically target our audience in population centers that don't have curbside recycling programs. We're proud of the work we've done on the Bottles for Tunes campaign, and we hope you've enjoyed our walkthrough. Thank you.